Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
So now, what are the basic rights of any and every consumer?
Okay, the UN, in this book, I put it in one of the chapters there, the 8 UN consumer rights. There are 8 basic consumer rights that the UN actually guarantees. That's the United Nations. So you will know that it's a global thing. And Nigeria is a signatory to that protocol. So every country that signs that protocol is expected to domesticate these 8 consumer rights. There are quite a lot more, but these 8 are the basic. Okay.
Okay. Can could you oblige us those 8?
I'll just go through it. Yes.
Yeah.
The first one is you have a right to safety. You have a right that anything you buy or pay for should not harm you.
Okay. The right to safety.
You have a right to be informed. That means before you buy anything, all the information you need about that thing should be accurate and factual. You must be given information.
Okay.
Number 3, you have a right to choose. That means that you should not live in a monopoly. There should always be an option for you to go to. There shouldn't only be one person producing one thing for the whole world or for the whole community. You must be able to choose. You have a right to choose. So anything that frustrates that choice by violating your consumer rights. Number 4, you have a right to be heard. You have a right to speak. This is one of the issues. You remember the lady who did a product review and was now being taken to court and all of those things. That's a violation of that right. Yes, because you have a right to speak. But now, when you are speaking, you also have responsibilities. Do you understand? So if you don't, abide by your responsibilities, you could put yourself in trouble. But nobody should try to stop Nigerians or any consumer from expressing their experience about your product or service. So you have a right to be heard.
Okay.
You have a right to the satisfaction of basic needs. Even by the UN protocol, you have a right to access good water. You have a right to access shelter. You have a right to access good food. You have a right to basic education and sanitation. Even in Nigerian constitution, this right is enshrined. But the clause in the Nigerian constitution that is causing the trouble says it is not actionable. It is not justiciable. That means I cannot sue you, the government, for not giving me accommodation. Do you understand? But it says I have the right to it. So if I can insist on it, yes, I have something that backs me up that says I have a right to it. Then you have a right to redress. Redress means I buy something, I am not satisfied with it, I should be able to complain, and I should be able to, somebody should resolve it for me. Now, under redress, you have a right for that thing to be repaired or replaced, or you'll be refunded. Those are the 3 R's. Those 3 R's are guaranteed. Then you have a right to consumer education. Right to consumer education, everybody who puts anything out for somebody to buy has a right to educate that person about how to use it, what not to do with it, all those things. You must be educated. Government has a responsibility to enlighten you. What I am doing now is part of the government responsibility to enlighten you about your rights. Everything that has to do with your consumer rights, you should know that as a consumer, this person should not do this to you. This is how you can, this is what you can get. This is the benefits that you have. You have the right to consumer education. It's a right. And finally, you have the right to a healthy environment. Those are the 8 UN enshrined consumer rights.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take you back a little. Earlier on, we scratched the issue of the lady that had issue with the tomato people and everything. What did your agency do about that issue? Because it was like she was abandoned at some point.
Which my agency?
Well, your consumer protection. What did you do as a person? Since that is one of the causes that you're championing, let's even leave the organization that you run. What did you do as a person or as a consumer rights advocate when that issue cropped up?
Okay, for now, I am sitting on the tribunal. There is a consumer protection tribunal in Nigeria. That's like a court where you can go and sue people who violate your rights. So I am one of the members of that honorable tribunal. So I am an adjudicator now. So I cannot, exactly. I cannot take sides now. So in case that matter comes to our tribunal, I cannot have an opinion on it.